So far it's been a fun day. The anchor alarm started going off and we were actually dragging back into the catamaran behind us. So fired up the engine, started moving around. So I was at the bow putting the anchor back down. We kind of zoomed around, found a spot that we thought looked okay. We're in about 38 feet of water. Dropped the anchor. Jess calls me back real quick saying that it smelled like electrical fire. Get back here, finally get the engine off and pull off the cover to reveal that apparently our key, where it engages the solenoids for the starter, we have two of them for both the positive and negative, it kind of locked itself in the on position, so it's constantly engaging the starter and burnt out our starter. As you can see, this discoloration here, we actually, the boiling of the paint too, discoloration here, all from overheating. So now we need to try to find a new starter, and since we can't fire up the engine at all, we're not 100% sure if we're stuck real well in the ground. So now I get to dive on the anchor in 38 feet of water and make sure that we're actually secure. So this is gonna be real entertaining.
But at least it's a beautiful day to get in the water.
At least it's a beautiful day, so.
And look at that gorgeous water.
I know.
Who wouldn't want to get in there? Well, I kind of don't right now, but.
Yeah, but we just don't want to end up, because if we drag, we aren't going to be lucky enough to drag back into this catamaran again where they'd catch us. We're going to drag either into those rocks, these rocks, or into that, or out into the deep blue. So no matter what, we're not in a great position to drag. It's not like the Caribbean where you just drag up and end up on a nice sandy beach somewhere. This looks a little painful, so we got to make sure that it's actually good. Okay. And since I'm going 38 feet deep, it's going to be cold. The water's cold anyway, so I am putting on a wetsuit.
Of the anchor is?
We're in the only patch of sand, I think, down there.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
well,
yeah, and it's actually dug in well. As long as no one comes in, and as long as we don't swing into that.
I still think those rocks are
I think
pretty
we're
far.
all right.
Yeah, so. Well, good on us on dropping in sand, I guess.
Holy crap, is that deep?
And good for you for diving 40 feet.
Oh. It's been a while since I've done that.
Let's get ready to go hiking now. Faja, can you hear me? We are road tripping, the four of us. Philip lent us a car for the day that Bill is trying to drive, a manual. I think it's been a while.
He's from New York City. You can't expect much on a driver.
Yeah,
no.
New Yorkers. What are you gonna do? So. Philip went through the guidebooks, our Azorean guidebooks, with Bill and Grace earlier today over some coffee, pointed out a couple of cool stops, so we're going to do maybe a hike. Definitely check out some Fajas, some little lakes. So just shaping up to be another great day here in Sao Jorge, except for the burnt out starter. But Philip also knows a guy who's looking at it, so we'll see if we can get that sorted out.
It looks like some stupid art students' first attempt at a landscape because they make it too perfect and too perfect. Yeah.
And the water so blue with that.
First overlook of the day.
This is where everyone should go for honeymoons.
Isn't it Azores? This is like an amazing place.
On our way to Faja Orvidour now, and Fajas are like a flat plain or flat ground at the end of a cliff. This was recommended to us by Philip, and there's supposed to be these really cool, like enclosed natural pools there. So we decided to stop like right in the middle of a hairpin turn on the road just because it has a really great lookout. So there's tons of cars driving by here right now, but these views are killer, so there's no way that we could stop without taking a look at them. I'm gonna walk off a cliff.
So peaceful.
And you can see the island of Gracios in the background there. So far, this island is not disappointing at all. Every turn, every corner, every building has been stunning. So when Bill and Grace said that they want to move here, I can see why.
Yeah, because I think I've seen, I know, like
These landscapes are just so stunning, like the green hills coming down, the gorgeous blue waters, the volcanic rocks. I kind of feel like I'm in Hawaii if Hawaii had a European flair. But I think we're supposed to hike around kind of like this cove that we're in, and there's supposed to be some more of those inland pools, some really cool ones. So I don't think I'm gonna go swimming in that one. It looked a little like green and algae-ish, but I'm sure we are not gonna have a lack of places to see today. Now that'd be a fun whirlpool to swim in.
Yeah, that is very, very cool. Get tossed around a little.
Bill, jump in. Cannonball!
Pretty strong right there.
Yeah,
No. We don't have that size.
The island of Sao Jorge sits at the very center of the central island group of the Azores. Nearly 54 kilometers long, yet only 7.5 kilometers wide, nearly all of the coast consists of steep volcanic cliffs with low tongues of lava, or fajas, extending out to the sea in a few areas. So cool! Set on the north side of the island, the Faja Orvidour is one of the most popularly visited spots on the island, as well as one of the most unique swimming spots anyone could experience. Walking through once rugged cliffs that have been slowly carved away for pedestrians, you are dropped out at the water's edge, where stenciled black basalt rock drops sheerly down into the clearest colors of blue and green water, a chance to experience nature in one of its purest states.
So cool. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty.
And it looks so inviting. It's actually quite hot out right now.
Yeah, I haven't quite seen a place like this before. It's definitely different. Look at the shape of
The rocks?
yeah, the rocks, the lava.
Yeah. So if you ever look up Sao Jorge online and see images, this place is probably one of the places that comes up most. I had no idea how popular it was. It seems like every Instagrammer or blogger that's come here before that gets the high views or high hits on their post. I don't know if they like come here in the winter because it is packed today. There are so many people here laying out, but I can absolutely see why. It is so pretty. And it's like actually a nice hot day out today too, and that water just looks so inviting. Kind of a dangerous spot to be with a camera, but it's totally worth it.
We're at another pool, natural pool. It's Faja almost. Kind of a cool one where you come down the mountain, the cliff, and you have to park your car up further and walk down. So it's the whole town, it's the whole village is built without roads actually leading up to it. So we watched a guy having to bring in a new washing machine, and they have to a little two-wheeler cart that they have to bring it down because again you can't bring a car to your actual house. So it's kind of a neat little area, which is beautiful as always. Like everything we've seen here, just absolutely beautiful. And so we're just sitting here enjoying now.
Yeah.
Gonna have dinner maybe there. So we'll see.
This is another place that Phillip told us about this morning, or told Bill and Grace, kind of recommended it as one of his favorite swimming spots on the island, so we had to come check it out. And we all brought our suits, but the thing is, because of like the starter and having to re-anchor and drop the starter off to Phillip's friend, which fixed it awesome, so hopefully we won't have any issues with that. Anyway, it's kind of late in the day now. It's going on about 6 o'clock. We have our suits. I don't think we're gonna go swimming. It's kind of like just getting that temperature where the sun feels nice on your skin, but you're gonna like freeze your ass off in the water. So I think we might just like chill here for a little bit, soak in the sights, and meet Phillip for dinner, I think. So I'm sure he'll have a great spot recommended. So far, he has not let us down. Oh, and on another note, I can see why this place is so cool, because not only are there so many different levels of these pools, different depths, there's like the protected kiddie pool areas. So you can stare out at Pico at the ocean, you're in these awesome pools, and then behind you are just these huge, can't even like get it in, huge green lush mountains. Just, it's all around gorgeous. 360 degrees of awesomeness. So this is the part of the day where we're getting chauffeured around by Phillip. We met up with him at the bungalows to drop off the Audi that he so kindly lent us to drive around today. And we went back to the bar we were at the other night to have a sangria. And then he basically just tells you to like get in his van and he's gonna like take you places. So the guys just looked at some cool engine parts, and now we just pulled up to another place. And we're just told like, hey, let's go. But we think we see people with food and plates. So we're just gonna go with the flow and see what happens. Because there's supposed to be something about dinner, but yeah, it's just, you just go wherever he tells you. And it's so fun and so cool.
It's a surprise.
And it's a surprise every time.
We feel raw. Back in America, we'll eat raw.
Yeah.
We wash it at Bamba. We are more delicate people.
It's like in the States, it's like a man cave. Like, you know, like, is that the equivalent of this? Where the husbands go to hide.
The same thing.
We found the man cave for dinner. There's wine and sodas and crabs and figs and stew and...
Yeah, look how pretty this all is. This is absolutely incredible. Yeah.
Okay, we have, this is a white wine.
Okay, oh good, oh yeah.
This is a different wine. And this is, if you guys want me open, I have fresh too.
Oh, we're simple. You don't...
Whatever, we're easy.
Oh my gosh. Thank you.
That was so good.
Time for fava beans.
Okay, your plate here.
I'll give it to the lady.
Yeah, for the lady.
Oh, that's nice of you.
Chivalry is not
There you
dead,
go.
Matt.
It is now.
Oh, this smells
Ô Vasco, amanhã tens de fazer outra comida. Amanhã tens de fazer outra comida. I make a lot
so
of wine.
good.
Yeah.
I wish you could get this in the restaurant.
And
Não vais comer mais eu? Então vai, senta-te aqui com
I need to learn how to make this
a
now.
little bit white wine, vinegar, garlic,
I feel like we could not have had a better local Azorean experience than this. We're apparently just supposed to stop in for a drink and then go to a restaurant for dinner, but it's a bunch of like Philip's friends and I think his father-in-law. It's just pushing all this food on us and like, yeah.
This is good. You have a little bit
Butter
salty.
from
I love
Pico,
it.
local caught fish, everything. Like they make their own wine here.
You buy it from Pico Island. No, this is this house.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, this one. Okay, this one is good.
Okay.
More soft is the best. Okay, esta também is good.
Obrigado.
You feel it. You feel it.
I got a fig.
Yeah.
I gotta film this.
You don't have to have that much money.
This is incredible.
How do I eat this?
Eat.
Bite it.
Bite it. Bite it.
My first Azorian fig.
Bite it.
This is good fish.
This doesn't have to look elegant.
Oh wow.
Look who we're eating with.
This is one of the
It's sweet like a Papa John's.
We made drink sangria.
This has been incredible.
Yeah, thanks for taking us here, Philip. I didn't know we were there to bring us dinner.
Thank you for the drinks, Sam.
This guy.
He's always cryptic where we're going, too, right? He never tells us where we're going. We're just
We
like,
pull up here, he's like, just get out of the car. Get out of the van. So we come in here, and then he goes and takes a phone call, and we're like eating food.
yeah.
Oh, but let's take a fight.
And now to end the night, some Portuguese moonshine.
Oh, that's good.
Grace is being brave and taking the
Yeah.
first shots.
It's like tequila, a little stronger tequila.
Little. Yeah.
Is it as smooth as tequila?
I don't want to.
You taste it. You like it.
It seems like it comes with a hefty warning.
One shot. It's like you drink tequila.
Why does this always happen to me?
So this is
Oh.
high, right?
It's smooth. Makes you burp.
This is good for after.
I told you, you know what
It's good, but it's strong.
Strong. You want to taste it?
Holy crap.
This is Nesper from that tree over there. You see that tree over there?
No, really?
Yes.
They make it here?
Now it's all green. You have
It's
all
like
the
a,
leaves.
it's like a drug lab.
You want to try a little bit?
Try some.
You want some coffee? You want some coffee?
Who makes is him? He makes.
I made the mistake of smelling it
Don't
first.
smell it.
I know. I'm not gonna be able to do it
No,
all.
you have to taste a little bit.
One shot like tequila. Boom.
Yeah?
This is very good. It makes you burp and it makes you healthy.
It does kind of do something to your stomach.
Really?
This
Yes.
is from
Do you feel
the fruit
after
loca.
effects yet? It's got an after.
It starts coming out.
does.
Yeah.
I
It
know.
reminds me of like almost like a sambuca.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it is like a sambuca.
Can't even see when there.
Ha! Here I am. So we got the starter back. Gonna give it a shot, install it again, and see if we can move. We are gonna order another one to have a backup, just because this one was kind of Frankenstein's monster effect type of thing. So he rebuilt it with a bunch of different parts that he had lying around. Awesome, because it's gonna get us going again. But never quite 100%. So yeah, we'll get another one on order, and in the meantime, we'll just plop this bad boy back in place.
Cool. Which means we can go to Ursulina tomorrow.
Never enough room to work around here.
A little better access than the last boat.
Yeah, much better access than the last boat. The casing here for the center board slot kind of gets in the way of the engine. Or not the center board, the dagger boards.
Join us for the next episode of MJ Sailing, where we bring elements down the coast of Sao Jorge to the town of Ursulina for their yearly festival. where we find out anchoring there is not as easy as we originally thought. Yet staying for the activities is absolutely worth the trouble.